Greetings guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well and I hope you are fighting because there is a lot to be fighting for. Welcome to temporary location number 1. This is going to be changing several times over the next few months. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll be up to date on everything that's going on. But if you're not, go do that right now. What are you doing? The Queer Kiwi. But a little update on that is that I'm going home back to New Zealand in a couple of weeks, just for a few months. But my lease ended at the last place we were at, so I'm currently staying with my auntie. And this is actually where I first started YouTube. If you go back to my first ever video on this channel, I was sitting in this room in this exact spot on the ground with just nothing but my phone like balanced on a chair. Now I'm back with my microphone and my camera, but no lights. Couldn't bring lights, not enough room for them. So I'm sorry that the lighting is a bit shitty. And then in a couple of weeks, I will be in New Zealand in my childhood bedroom and I'll be filming videos there. I'm gonna be traveling New Zealand a little bit, so there might be some other videos in other places. If you want to keep up with some of my like New Zealand adventures, including like I'm probably gonna go to the South Island a little bit. I'll introduce you to my dog and all my cats and things like that. If you want to see more New Zealand stuff, go subscribe to my second channel. It's up on the screen right now. Go do that. And if you want like little bonus travel logs and random little videos, then you can join my Patreon, which I've just set up. So join my Patreon if you want like extra videos and like travel vlogs and stuff. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, now that you know where I am, bit of a big weird time at the moment. I'm very busy, very stressed, but you know, gotta keep grinding. Anyway, there's a lot of rambling. I'm gonna start the video now. Today, what we're gonna be looking at is some accidental allies because I find it very amusing when people try to be bigoted and try to say shit that's just like hateful. But it's not. They end up being on our side. It's very funny and I want to look at it. I want to have some laughs. So that's what we're going to do today. Starting off with one of the classic type of accidental ally posts of you'll never be a real man. You'll never be a real man. What? That's not God's way. That's not what he wanted. Don't try being something you can't be. You're not a man. I'm aware. I think you're a bit confused there, buddy. What are you? You don't even know what my gender is, but you're still trying to be transphobic? You'll never be a woman. The switch up is so good. You'll never be a man. I'm not trying to be a man. Well, then you'll never be a woman, then. Maybe they're not trying to be either. Maybe they're non-binary, and you're just, like, validating them hugely in their gender nonconformity. Or maybe they are trans and you validated them in their transness in that first message. It's so funny. I love when they do this. You just assume and you jump on them and you prove the point that you don't actually know, you don't actually care. You just like being hateful and causing a little bit of a spat, you know? Just for the lols. Just leave people alone. Let people exist. But I guess thanks for the validation. You know? A guy once told my lesbian friend that being a lesbian is a huge turn-off for guys and that she'll never find a boyfriend. Oh God, oh no, the lesbian will never find a boyfriend. It's the end of the world. Everybody stop. Everybody, lesbians, you gotta stop not being attracted to men, because if you're not attracted to men, then men won't be attracted to you and you can't date them. I'm fairly certain there, my guy, that is the point. The world doesn't revolve around you. Not everyone wants to date men. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, actually. If they don't want to date men and men don't like them, it's pretty good. It means it's doing it. That means it's working. Although I do wish this was actually true. I really wish that being a lesbian meant that men aren't attracted to you and don't want to date you. That's not really the way that it goes. I don't know if you're aware of this, but one of the most popular, like, pornography categories for like straight men is lesbian. So I do think they are attracted to lesbians and they do want to at least have sex with lesbians, which isn't cool. Not cool, not great. We don't like that. It's really gross, actually. So if this could be true and men were not attracted to lesbians, that would be great. Can we get on that? Can we start implementing that? Can you please spread the word to straight men and all men that they shouldn't be attracted to lesbians? Can we stop that? That'd be great. That would be really, really great. I'm sure lesbians everywhere would really appreciate that. So, yeah, please get the word out. Thank you. Marriage is a human right, not a heterosexual privilege. Too right. Too right. And you know who's human? Gay people. We're also human. So if it's a human right, that is a right for queer people as well. Gay marriage, marriage equality, you're right. It is a human right. It's shit that it's a heterosexual privilege, right? It is a bit shit that only heterosexual people have the privilege of getting married in a lot of places. Shouldn't be a privilege. Should just be, a thing that you can do if you want to do it. Doesn't really matter. Weird that it's classed as a privilege. You are correct. Thank you for taking a stand to fight for marriage for everyone. Everyone, all humans, we should be able to get married. You are so right. Thank you, straight pride, for taking our side. We really appreciate it. To avoid gay marriage, some parts of Alabama have banned weddings altogether. Another great example of a fight for marriage equality. If gay people can't get married, no one can get married. I appreciate this stance, although it might be a little bit too forward thinking. I don't think we're at this state in society yet where we can just ban marriage altogether. I too believe that marriage is a little bit outdated. I don't quite see the point in it. I'm not a big fan of marriage. I think it's a bit silly. I don't judge you if you get married. I'm not opposed to marriage, but I agree that it's a little bit unnecessary. You know what I mean? It's just it's not for me, I don't think. I'll take the dress. I'll take the party. Don't need the papers. Seems like a lot of work. There's legal stuff. And then if you want to break up, you got to go through a whole thing. And then too much effort. It comes from women being property. Weird practice, Unnecessary. Super unnecessary, in my opinion. So Alabama taking the massive step to banning marriage because not everyone can get married, that's a big deal. That's a very progressive stance, Alabama. I never thought of Alabama as a progressive state, but here I am, being proven wrong. Apparently, they're leagues ahead of everyone else. They might need to slow down a little bit, though. I don't know how people are going to feel about that one. I think that one might be a little bit too forward thinking. I think you gotta slow down. One step at a time. First comes marriage equality, then comes abolishing marriage. One step at a time. Just hold your horses there, okay? Okay. Got a straight pride flag today. The blue represents man, pink woman, and the white stripe represents the purity of heterosexuality. Okay, which gay nibbling told their auntie this? I am here for it. You are a strong, you are the strongest among us. You are great. I love you. I appreciate you. I respect you. You telling your auntie this then goes on Facebook, and then all the other conservative homophobic aunties are gonna get these. Oh, fantastic. And that's what's happened here. You absolutely know that's what's happened here. Your auntie is being homophobic and you're not out yet, so you take advantage of the situation. I would totally do this. That'd be great. I would do this I am openly queer. I would totally do this to my homophobic auntie. Oh my gosh. You know what? Maybe I will. If I talk to her. I don't talk to my family. It's just not for me. Family's annoying. I talk to my auntie and uncle that I live with now. I talk to my family in the UK. My New Zealand family, they're so annoying, man. I don't talk to them. I haven't talked to them for freaking years and years. They're so annoying. Why would I do that? Why would I do that to myself? I did, though. As a teenager, I friended my homophobic auntie on Facebook, and then just shared a lot of gay memes. When I was a teenager, I knew it would piss her off, and she's really nosy, so I friended her on Facebook. I accepted her friend request on Facebook, and then I just shared a bunch of marriage equality shit and gay memes and gay marriage news. And then she complained to my mom, and my mom thought it was really funny, so she told me to keep doing it. And it was really amusing. And then when gay marriage was legalized, she called my mom, and my mom hung up on her because she was complaining. And now her husband's not allowed into our house because he said something homophobic and he's been banned. So he's not allowed over anymore. And so I don't talk to them because they're annoying and they're homophobic and I'm just not here for it, Just a waste of time. But I respect this. That was a really off tangent thing. It is the year 2022 and there has never been a polyamorous, genderqueer, indigenous furry on the Supreme Court. I hope President Biden does the right thing. Me too. We really need a genderqueer polyamorous indigenous fairy on the Supreme Court. You're right. We've never had one of those before, and I am supportive of that. I stand by it. It's what the people want. It's what the people deserve. Let's go. It's so funny though, because the right seem to think that like everyone is a fairy, which is so funny because very few people are fairies, and a lot of people on the left do not appreciate fairies very much. You know what I mean? It's like it is a meme to like bully fairies. I personally do not care. You do whatever you want. It's fine. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Doesn't really make sense to me. I don't see the appeal personally. But if it makes you happy, go for it. Do whatever you want. As long as you're not like hurting anyone, fucking go for it. Who cares? Live your life, man. I don't think that if a fairy was elected on Supreme Court, they would like go to court in their fursuit. That's not a thing. I think that people need to understand that I'm pretty sure fairies aren't like in their fursuits 24/7. I don't think that's a thing. I think it is like a hobby, not even necessarily a kink. Not all fairies do it for sexual gratification. It's just something that people do and people enjoy. They don't do it for their job. They're not going to work in a fursuit. Like maybe there is already a furry in the Supreme Court. You just don't know because they're not going to work in a freaking fursuit. That's just what they do in their free time, you know? Like, you don't know what anyone, anywhere, gets off from, you know? Like, anyone could be into anything. You don't know. Because they're not sharing it publicly. Same with being a fairy. Maybe there is already a fairy on the Supreme Court. The genderqueer indigenous thing, though, you're absolutely right. We definitely need more of that going on. Oh my gosh. Please, please. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your vote for said candidate. Hopefully we find someone who is wanting to run and that the people will vote for because, you know, it is what we deserve. Biden, make it happen. Sort it out. Listen to this man. I hope you do the right thing too. I love it when right-wingers accidentally make memes that whip hella ass. It's a gay steamroller crushing traditional family, Christian values, sanctity of marriage, etc. I don't quite understand this take of like queerness is ruining these things. There are queer relationships that have traditional roles in a sense, you know what I mean? Like conservative queers do exist. As we know, I made a video about conservative queers. Go check it out. They're annoying, but they exist. Christian values, bro, where in the Bible did it say you're not allowed to be gay? It said man shall not lay with boy, like pedophilia. And then they mistranslated it to man shall not lay with man because they are homophobic. And, you know, we all know how the church acts around pedophilia. Gotta change that, right? Gotta make it seem, gotta change it. Take the attention off of the one that's actually a problem and hurting people and switch it up so that people don't pay attention to the fact that that's happening so much, you know? I would say that is much more harmful than being gay, but, you know, just a thought. You know what would really help this if you don't want to be like running away and getting crushed? Just freaking join the party. Pave the way to a new future, one where we're all treated equally and as human beings. The gays paved the way. Just like chill, man. We will crush you with our rainbow steamroller if you don't get out of the way and let us live as equal human beings, because like fuck off, man. Just go away. I don't care for your values. I don't care for your like traditional family or Christian values. Like I just don't. I will crush them along with all of your hopes and dreams because I am queer, so therefore I am the villain and I am out to get you. That's the narrative you've created. I am happy to live by it. It's a good meme. I respect it. I relate to it. I love it. It's great. It's great. It's a good meme. I love right-wing memes. They're very amusing to me. OMG, y'all, I need to share something. So yesterday we had an election in Spain, right? Well, the left won by a lot and the fascists are super pissed and they've created a mascot to try to represent how bad the LGBT is, and it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. That's genuinely adorable. I would get this as a tattoo. I like low-key want this as a tattoo. Is this how the right see me? Do they see me as this tiny little cute little gay ghost? Because I love this. This is what I want. This is everything I want to embody. How do they think this looks evil? Did the person who designed this like secretly a left-winger? Did they secretly vote for the opposition? Because this is cute as fuck. I would genuinely get this as a tattoo. I want it on a t-shirt or a mug. I want this little guy in a mug. This is the gay agenda. This little ghost. says the gay agenda. I agree. Sonic says, blue lives aren't real. Occupations are a choice. Race is not. Oh, so race isn't a choice, huh? Same goes with gender. Glad we agree. That's what's so funny, right? Is that people think that you're choosing your gender, like you're born a girl and you choose to be a boy. That's not how it works. You are born the gender you are born. You don't decide to become something. You've always been that way. You just now choose to express that because you are told what you are from a young age and you are put into that box, and then you figure out that that is not who you are. And you tell people and you express yourself like that. You've never been who they told you you were. You were just told that's who you were. It's really not that hard to figure out. No one's choosing their gender. No one's going to choose to be trans. Why would you do that? You see the way you treat trans people, right? You see how transphobic everyone is. You see how much like hate crimes there are and how shitty it must be like most of the time. No one's choosing to be trans, man. No one chooses that oppression. No one's choosing their gender. They just are that. They just choose how to express themselves. You know what? I feel like half the time it's just talking to a brick wall. People don't listen because people don't care. They just want to hate people because they're assholes. Like, just fucking grow up. Get over it. It doesn't affect you. Why does it matter if someone identifies as whatever? Like, why? It doesn't affect you. Just, like, shut up and let people exist. And just, like, live your own life. You can identify however you want. I do not care. Just don't care how other people choose to identify, okay? Okay, great. I'm glad that we all agree. So now shut up. Thank you. That is all of the posts for today. I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of the new the new temporary setting. Yeah. As I said earlier, I've just finished setting up my Patreon. So I'm going to say a massive thank you to my Kiwi Fruit and Kiwi Bird channel members who are still here. Thank you for sticking around. And also to my patrons whose names are up on the screen right now, with an extra special thank you to Sparrow, Bobby, and Talusk for becoming Kiwi Cat patrons. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you would like to join my Patreon, then you can go to patreon.com/savvycat. It is also used for my podcast, which I do with my friend Kat, thus the name, which we will be coming out with more episodes soon. We've just had a bit of a stressful few months, so it's had to take a little bit of a hiatus, but it will be back soon. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, The Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, That Queer Kiwi. Subscribe to my second channel, Kiwi. I'll be posting there more soon. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah. When you close your eyes, you replace the darkness.